Hello everybody again from Simplyfoodea YouTube channel. Thank you very much for your cooperation and your great feedback. Today we're gonna continue the HACCP principle series explanation. We have finished the first 5 principles of HACCP and still 2 other principles. We'll continue today about the explanation of the principle of HACCP number 6, the verification. Most of us are confused between the difference between the verification and validation, but from Simplyfoodea YouTube channel, you will not be confused anymore. As you can see from this draw, I have done the validation with greater alphabets than the verification. That means that the validation are more comprehensive than the verification, and we will know why at the upcoming slides. There is a surprise at the end of this video and I will tell it for you later. Okay, let's continue. What are the meaning of the verification? The verification in HACCP are those activities other than monitoring that determine the validity of the HACCP plan and that the system is operating according to the plan, according to the HACCP plan. And also the verification are used to ensure that the product, it's a product focused, to ensure that the product meets the given requirements or not. And who are making this verification or implementing this verification are the quality, mainly by the quality control team. So let's have a small example. On Simplyfoodea YouTube channel, when I have explained the monitoring of the operational prerequisite program, the OPRP, as you can find in the card in the upper right of the slide, when we mentioned the OPRP filtering process, we have mentioned about the monitoring, when we have mentioned that each 1 hour or 3 hours, the 1 hour by the production labor and the quality inspector each 3 hours. But why not we are mentioning that it will be each 3 hours or 8 hours, 3 hours by the maintenance labor and quality inspector 8 hours? Why you have mentioned it as production labor 1 hour, each 1 hour, not maintenance labor each 3 hours? And we have mentioned that the quality inspector will monitor the filtering process or this OPRP each 3 hours, not 8 hours. Why? We must ask this question. Also, we have, as I've mentioned in the monitoring the critical control point, also in the card in the upper right of the slide, you will find that we have mentioned the X-ray monitoring. We have mentioned who? The production labor will monitor it each 1 hour and the quality inspector will monitor each 3 hours. Okay, why not the maintenance labor? Why the production labor? And the quality inspector will monitor it each 3 hours. Why not 2 hours? Why not 1 hour? Okay, so this all questions give us that the validation are more comprehensive than the verification, as the validation are initial in the beginning of the preparing of the HACCP plan. So from the validation, I'm saying that I will check this or I will monitor this CCP or OPRP point each, for example, each 2 hours. So the validation put the main rules and the verification are verifying that I am continuing follow up the validation rules. Other thing that the validation are used to ensure that the verification process are correctly set. Either parameters, choosing OPRP or choosing CCP, the critical limit and responsible persons, all this are ensured by the verification, but who put the rules are the validation process. And the validation process are done by the HACCP team at the first of the HACCP plan preparation, at the beginning of the HACCP plan verification. So the verification are, am I building the product right? While the validation, am I building the right product? So verification, small comparison between the both of the definitions. The verification, ensuring the validity of the HACCP plan. Verification also, it ensures that the product meets the given requirements and done or implemented by the quality control team, while the validation are at the beginning of preparing the HACCP plan, and validation are used to ensure that the verification process are correctly set and also done or implemented by the HACCP team at the beginning of the preparing of the HACCP plan. So we must be sure that the validation are more comprehensive than the verification. Last thing I want to share with you today, that I will give you a complete guide how to write a complete HACCP plan like professionals, and this is my surprise for you. I will teach each one of you step by step using the Word and the Excel how to write a complete HACCP plan like professionals, and how you can audit on a HACCP plan or prepare and make a revision for your HACCP plan before any audit or before any update or after any update of your HACCP plan. And I will also explain the validation and the verification of each prerequisite program in your HACCP plan. Thank you all of you, and don't forget to like and share all our contents in Simplyfoodea YouTube channel. Thank you again, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Best of luck of all of you, and please give me your feedback about anything you want me to explain it on my channel, and thank you very much.